Let's go, let's go, let's go. You are officially in the Michigan Man Cave. Welcome to the Man Cave, your place to end all things Michigan football. And I said it when we ended last week. We're going to meet back with y'all when we 5-0.
Keep it a buck.
5-0. I think that this was the game that everybody was kind of waiting for, though. No, it was. I understand Wisconsin's not the Wisconsin of the past maybe this year, but end of the day, we went in with Vegas saying we were supposed to lose that game. So regardless of the records, the rankings, any of that stuff, they said we were supposed to lose. And let's just keep it real. These are games in the past where Harbaugh's marched us into town and we've lost, right? Games that on paper look winnable. So I'm not going to complain with that. I would say that I think that was a step in a big direction. Shit, I don't know.
Boy, excited.
Step in the right direction. Big step in the right direction, I think is what I was trying to say. But like I said, man, it's just a game we typically go in and lose, man. And that's why I was so sketchy on the call. I think I did call for the victory. I'm going to get this out the way now. I call for victory. Only one of us called for an elbow.
Oh, I'll take my criticism now. I'll take it. Hey, ain't no thing but a chicken wing on a string, dog.
Check. Hey, Keith, I don't know who's closer between me and you, but I know who's out again for the fifth straight week.
I won last week.
21-7.
Oh,
I won last week. Yeah,
I said 14-10.
My dubs. Give me my dubs.
Hold on. What you pick, King?
I said 14-10. You said 21-17. So
we tied.
See them boys lowballed off them 35s and 42s.
I remain objective. You got the dub.
All right. Well, thank you. I think that's 3-1 to 0.
I'm in there. Hey, man.
What's that? What's the record now? Let me put that down.
3 to me, 1 to Bowie. You sitting on a donut, sir.
Hey, it's not how you start, it's how you finish. We're moving forward.
No, Train, you shortchanging yourself. You got 4, bro.
We're
5-0.
Oh, I'm tweaking. Yeah, that was last week.
Nope. It's on record. 3-1. I already wrote it.
4-1-0. But nah, just big picture before we get into the nuts and bolts. B, talk to me. We got the dub. I mean, how you feeling? Day after.
Good, man. There's not really much bad I can say about that. We kind of were stagnant heading into at the end of the first half. I believe it was 20-10. But we woke up. Whatever Harbaugh said at halftime, I'm not even gonna sit up here and hold you up, man. I'm on the 50% of cautiously optimistic side now. You know what I'm saying? Going more towards 100 that we could be something legit. But yeah, I ain't gonna sit up here and say anything bad right now because that was just a great dub, man. We needed that. Oh, hold on. I got Harbaugh on the phone. Oh, yeah, we found the passing game. Oh, yeah, we found the passing game. So that's always something to be optimistic about.
Oh, all right. Yeah, we did a little bit.
So I got kind of a different perspective because I didn't really get to watch the game. I was in Orlando. We had a tournament. We had back-to-back. They started at 12, and I didn't get out to really like 2:30. So I was on the bench, basically. You know what I'm saying? So I have a different perspective. I'm looking at the stats, and you know what I'm saying? And I didn't get to watch the replay. Sorry. I'm looking at the stats, and I don't know. It shocked me a little bit. The first half was kind of slow, but our defense was stout. You know what I'm saying? I see 3 and outs, and then a fumble recovery, and then one play later, I think they scored. You know what I'm saying? So, the first drive stopped on 4th down, 7 plays, 21 yards. Second drive, 6 plays, 16 yards, and then 8 plays.
To the analytics.
My bad. This is my perspective. This is how I seen the game. You know, I'm seeing it through a different lens right now. You know what I'm saying? Third play, we scored 8 plays, 69 yards. Johnson, 34-yard TD catch. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, to Train's point, Wisconsin defense seems pretty stout. You know what I'm saying? They were doing their thing in the first half. And then in the second half, I didn't really get to stat it, but that's when we scored all our points. So, I mean, I'm gonna stay right in the middle on the cautiously optimistic because, I mean, I seen a big play from Johnson. He had 34-yarder, and I think like another. It wasn't a big one, but that's 2 TDs right there, and those aren't real big plays. You know what I'm saying? That's one. I mean, if you want to call that a big play, that's fine. But you know what I'm saying? 50-yarders. You know what I'm saying, for a rusher, 20 yards. But I'm gonna just say in the 50% mark on cautiously optimistic. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get to see it, so
Yeah,
I'm ready for next week though.
yeah, and I guess the thing that really was frustrating though to me was still. I mean, even though we won, I mean, we really should have been up by a lot more in the first half. Like we had a fourth. I think you mentioned that fourth down play where or third. I think it was third down. Maybe I can't remember. We
It
got
was third
one.
and 4.
We got
Yeah,
one conversion
yeah.
where we ran up the gut, and it looked sketchy at that. And then we come back with the fourth down on the 50 or so, and we go. Me and B sitting there watching it. I said, "Dog, please
Don't
not
do
this time. Don't do it again. Do not do it
don't do it
again."
again.
Here
And we did it again. And
we
then
did it again.
even I think the other sequence that sticks out in my mind was uh after remember we punted B and it hit off their own guy.
Yeah.
He was trying to get out the way and it hit him and we got the ball on the what 4 or 5 yard line or something like that.
So it was in between the 10
Yeah,
going in.
yeah, it was close. So what do we proceed to do?
Get her, get her, get her.
Yeah, we ran on first, we ran on second, and I think that second down run play, if I'm not mistaken, was a sweep to Haskins. Which why are we running sweeps to our supposed to be bigger guy?
So, power
Yeah.
back.
Yeah,
Gotta go. That gotta be the quorum.
yeah, and
Or
then
Henning. Get or Edwards. Anybody but the big guy.
all I know is we were running. It was like a bad sequence. We ended up having to. He may have thrown on third down. I can't remember, but it was a bad sequence. We had an easy short field to get six real quick and really put our foot on their necks, and then we really just had to settle for the field goal. So still like I give Gaddis credit because we did actually take more shots. We had the flea flicker that took us down and got us that first Cornelius TD, which was a nice play. Took a couple shots later in the game. Some hit, some didn't. But I do like the aggressiveness of us actually trying to push it down the field a little more because that's what we asked for. But in just certain situational football, it seems like sometimes he has to go to that well when it's like everybody knows it's coming. If you look at that play where he gets stuffed, it's like, and I know B mentioned this all the time, like he could just literally the slowest quarterback in the world could pull that out and walk around the edge. They're not even like
Never
halfway
pulls
checking.
it.
Yeah, they're not even checking for it. So Gaddis left me still a little to be desired. The score, yeah, it mostly came off of turnovers, short fields. We didn't really have any super long drives, so that still scares me a little bit. But all in all, I take it. B, Gaddis, what you think about the play calling this week,
I'm gonna go with you, Trey. It just seems like, I mean, going back to those fourth downs, okay, it doesn't seem again he's setting anything up. You do it the first time and get it. So why not fake it, pull it, maybe boot out, you know what I'm saying? Get McNamara at least comfortable in the passing game with something of that ilk, but it just I don't know. It looks like he's handcuffed. But again, we play good, man. Short field, you can only do what's in front of you, no matter what. We took advantage of some things, like you said, Train. In certain situations, I like to see us take even more advantage, like off of turnovers. It's just demoralizing to the other team if that bounces off his leg and then we go in and put 6 in there. You know what I'm saying? 3 is kind of like they get a win. You know what I mean? Like, oh well, you know what I'm saying? That turnover didn't cost us a whole lot. You know what I'm saying? It cost us some, but not a whole lot. So I like to just see us take advantage of situational football, like you said. But I mean, Gaddis's play calling, I feel like it shined a little bit more this game. I know we've been saying a lot that it seems like Harbaugh's had his imprint on the offense a lot just because we've been so run heavy. run heavy, run heavy. But those shots you said we start taking, it just shows that, yo, I don't get what they're afraid of. Again, Wisconsin, their defense might have been overhyped, but McNamara can throw the football, dog. It's not like he's overthrowing receivers. It's not like when he's throwing these passes that the passes are looking terrible. He's throwing a good ball. I don't get why, if he's your starter, we're not trusting him a little more with the offense. We're trying to like have him in training wheels.
Yeah, and I think that's the part that's frustrating is when he actually throws, especially that deep ball, he's dropping it in buckets a decent amount of the
Right.
time. Like way better than what we've seen from any of our past quarterbacks going all the way to Patterson, Milton, Spate. Spate was actually decent on the long ball, but he seems consistent with it, which is
Right.
the big change. But it seems like they still, which always leaves something to desire. Is like they opened it up, but we still ran it. King, how many rushes do we have?
Rushers.
No, like how many rushing attempts
Total. It was 112 total yards
on how many carries?
on 19, 15, 3, 2, 1, 1, 1, 2. So it's like,
40
19
something,
carries. It was
about
a
40.
2-point average. Haskins had a 2.5 average. Corum had a 3.1 average. And then McCarthy and McNamara ran. And Edwards had 1 for 1. Penny was 2 for 0 yards. So it wasn't like it was popping. Like we got a
Yeah,
power run game.
yeah, exactly.
Bro, peep this. We've had 229 rushing attempts, so only 59 receptions. Like that's Blake Corum. Blake Corum has rushed the ball already, and we ain't even halfway through the season. He's rushed it 84 times. Haskins rushed it 80. Like these ain't grown men, dog. They bodies still developing, yo. Like that's a lot of punishment,
Take
man.
it easy.
Yeah, they getting a lot of carries, especially to be splitting time and still had that many carries.
Right. Edward, and then it's a huge drop off to Edwards. He got 16 carries. So I'm like, if you gonna be that run heavy, at least split it between the three. Because
Yeah.
Edwards definitely is.
All of them can run.
Yeah, Edwards is a playmaker too. He need to be touching that ball.
He did drop a pass. That could have been.
Yeah, he young. He young. Big game on the road.
Yeah.
Like I said, I ain't gonna say nothing bad. I'm gonna
Yeah.
try to keep to that. I ain't gonna say nothing bad.
Yeah. The thing that is still, it's like Blake Corum is obviously one of our most elusive players, and it's like we kept just doing the up the guts, and it's like, yo, I'm cool with running, but let's try to get him something going outside. Then the inside run wasn't working, right? I think
Utilize his speed.
we did it just to keep him honest. Like we got to obviously throw some runs in there, but we were wearing it out like it was actually working. And I just came from. I mean, King, what, bro? Why don't we have plays to get Corum in space? A screen pass, a jet sweep, a something. We just willing to just let him just die with the up the gut runs. It's like it's other ways to get him open.
And that's what I read from just looking at the stats, man. Like it felt like the same stuff to me. And that's why I feel like I'm just gonna remain right where I'm at. No Kool-Aid, no sway, either way. Because like Bowie said, man, that's a lot of rushes, dog, just to make that point, just to bring that to light like that. Like, bro, 229 rushes, and that was on scrubs. You know what I'm saying? That's what we got both of our yards, because as soon as we hit a little bit of competition versus Rutgers, what we do last week, let me look at it real fast. Ain't nothing to a pimp. Dang. Rutgers. What we do? Nothing fancy. Rushing yards, 112, same as this week. So 112. I'm not fascinated with the play calling at all. It's the same old gibberish we've been seeing for the last 5 years, since Harbaugh's been here, or 7 years. I don't know if it's Harbaugh calling. I don't know who's calling the play, so I'm not gonna put a name on whoever's calling the play. But whoever is calling plays need to get it right, because that's abuse to some kids, like you said, still growing and stuff, man, that's child abuse, bro. Like, what you doing out here? And they going against some some of them defensive players,
Super
maybe
seniors.
25. Yeah, man. Like
the ones that's 26 still out there because of COVID.
we need to spread the ball. Like you said, McNamara can't throw it, so I'm just not amazed. I'm not surprised by the play calling. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, the thing about it, it was twofold. I mean, we did take the shots deep, but just I mean, we did take more shots, so I will not complain about that because I asked for the shots often. But just the every down in and out play calls are still like it's either like the same play calls or up the gut runs or we just mixed in a shot with all of that. It wasn't like the whole philosophy change and we were running doper stuff throughout the game. It was like regular offense, shot. You know what I mean? And it was like
it's not a unity to
no
it.
Setup.
It's not a flow.
Yeah.
I heard something today about like defensive linemen. They have to rush up the field all together and create that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know how you describe it, but around the quarterback, if one guy's rushing up at one and the other guy's not, he's creating a crease for the quarterback to run through. And our offense doesn't have that unity, you know what I'm saying, going up the field. We don't have that unity with offense on run game or the balance on pass and running. So expect a child abuse on running back.
Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I just feel like we're stuck in between like trying to be new era spread and trying to be old school, Iowa football. Like it's like both. We're spread out, but we're running the powers, and it's like frustrating, man. I just want to see one like jailbreak screen to Henny or tight end screen or something just halfway slick. We ain't got it, dog. I mean, like some of the past plays was working, but it was just regular old route tree stuff. You know what I mean? That's what's
some of the reason that I said Eric All was going to be, you know what I'm saying, kind of a breakout offensive player this year is because we're going to be using more of the middle of the field in the passing game. And it seems like everything's to the outside. We're not setting anything up for the middle to be open. He does have a drop. I'll take them beans, you know what I'm saying? But for the most part, they're using him as a fullback. Every time you see him make a good play, he's blocking.
Hey, King.
He was 3 for 3 this game versus Wisconsin. 3 targets, 3 receptions.
Hey, I know what you're talking about, B. He caught it and was looking so aloof when he caught it. Then he ran out of bounds and tried to like reach for extra yards in the second. He was out of bounds, so it didn't count. But he tried to reach it and the ball just squirted out his hands. And
I thought he was gonna be looking like what's my man from Las Vegas, Waller. I thought he was gonna be looking like that. He looking more like a clunkier Gronkowski.
He's a blocking tight end, bro.
Hey, King, who was your breakout player for the year?
Cornelius Johnson.
Oh yeah,
he had 2 tugs.
I had Blake Corum, man, and you know who my other one was? He had his best game as a Wolverine yesterday. Roman Wilson got on.
Roman Wilson. I was just thinking about him.
My boy Roman.
He had 7 targets, 6 receptions, 81 yards.
And he had a couple big catches.
For sure. I can't call shit this year.
B, who'd you have?
Eric can't catch it all,
man. I went on a whim and went from Eric. I went with experience, man. He played a couple games last year. Again, I thought he was gonna be. They was hyping him up. I thought he was gonna look more like Waller, and he's looking more like Gronk. A frumpier Gronk. He looking like Gronk, like his rookie year when he still didn't even know how big and frumpy he was. He got to get that under control.
Gronk with no TDs.
Right. Exactly.
They got him down blocking. Every time you see him, he's down blocking.
So he should be out there practice working with the machine called that throw the ball to you?
That's it.
He had a jugs.
Again, it's early though. We still got a lot of season left. I'm with you, Eric. Get it together, B.
I'm expecting Schoonmaker to bust out before him.
He is on his ass though. Schoonmaker be making some grabs.
Schoonmaker he be getting some run too. He be out there. All right, so let's get to what was crazy about this game, so Cade played the first half. I think it was 13-10 at halftime, actually, because they scored at the end of that half with that little pass. So it was 13-10. And Cade actually was playing a pretty solid game to that point. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great. It was just him kind of doing what he does. But to start the second half, they came out with McCarthy. And like we were just sitting there like, yo, what's going on? Like, is
Had
this the
everybody
time?
tripping.
Is this the time on the road? We up 3 in this environment to really start giving them. But I'm like, all right, whatever. So he just did a couple handoffs, and he actually ran one around the edge and got some decent yards. He's a better runner than McNamara because we saw him try to take off. And
They're gonna get his head blown off now. Instead of McNamara or
yeah,
McCaffrey.
he tried to
was
pull
like-
it. He tried to pull it down and beat the DB around the edge.
It was like watching paint dry.
Yeah.
That's who's that? McCarthy?
No.
McNamara.
Oh, McNamara. Oh, okay.
Yeah, he had like
one tubby, two tubby.
and he
Hey,
had
bro.
like the edge on my man, but he closed
He
that.
sucked that edge right up. He need to have Spike's dad wash his hamstrings down with cow milk in the bathtub or something, bro. Because that was looking terrible.
Little Giants.
Spike.
Little Giants, yeah, y'all got them 90s references, baby.
Yeah.
Popping.
Evaporated milk.
Yeah.
He
So,
sucked.
anyways, McCarthy came in, and like I said, he ran a few times. He had that QB sneak on 4th and goal, got in. And then obviously he threw that beautiful bomb at the end, that dime.
Oh,
he
1
dropped.
for 1 for 56 yards. Who was that to?
Baldwin, Dalen Baldwin. That matter of
Dime.
fact, his first one. Remember, he had that spectacular play in week 1 where he ran all the way through it across the other side of the field. That was the Baldwin too.
That's the last time we
That's
seen
probably what
Baldwin, ain't it?
Bro.
You ain't seen him since, really.
He got smacked yesterday. Remember, he had that little catch that was behind him, and he got ranked up and was down.
Protect yourself
Ice
at
tub.
all times.
Ice tub.
Yeah. So anyway, that's a long way of saying. What do you think the plan is with mixing him in like that, just in random times? I mean,
Train. That's where we've been. There is no plan. It's like you said, McNamara he didn't do anything that he hadn't been doing already. You know what I'm saying? The game wasn't out of control.
right?
The last touchdown that they scored wasn't his fault off an interception or nothing. And then just to come out of the half and be like, all right, well, now we're about to play McCarthy. Like, what's the rhythm? What's the rhyme? It's Jamaican bobsled time. I need to know, bro. Like, it just don't make no sense. And for us as fans watching and us knowing the game a little bit, it's just like, yo, dog, what are they doing? They have no like general direction of why they do things. And again, I ain't gonna say nothing bad. I don't need to have the direction, but it would be good to know, like, I mean, what's going on? I mean, because I want to know from people, did the move make sense at the point in time that we did it?
Yeah. Because to me, I was just like, I only wanted it if we were like in a hole. You know what I'm saying? Like playing in front with the lead, it's like, all right, let's be safe now. They offense ain't doing shit. Like, let's not get JJ in and get a little hyped up. You know, a little gunslinger, like throw a pick on some goofy stuff. I ain't have time for that. So, I mean, Ken, what do you think?
And remember, they used to do that with McCaffrey and then throw him out there, and then they got him blown up. You know what I'm saying? It's like just at the times they put him in,
transfer.
It really don't make no sense. And then for a kid, I'm just like, why you put me in now? Am I gonna be the starter? You create. I mean, with the fans, I know Michigan fans want to see McCarthy, so it's like you create controversy because he comes in and it looks like the offense gets a little joke. You know what I'm saying? Like he brings a different atmosphere to the O.
Yeah. I mean, I know we were wanting him to get in and get reps in real time, but it was just like, whoa, this of all times, this is when you pull it out.
After they just scored and didn't they get the ball? Or we got the ball first?
Yeah, they had the ball first, and then we stopped.
Yeah.
But
I've heard of a change of pace back, but I've never heard of a change of pace quarterback. Just
unless it was just a straight wildcat runner.
right.
Yeah, not another thrower. So King,
Pretty much same as yeah, a thrower. He ain't no what's in Baltimore. Dang.
Lamar
Jackson.
He ain't no Lamar Jackson. Stop drinking this stuff here.
So I can't figure it out. Keen, if you got some insight on why we would sprinkle him in at that time.
Right. Okay. So
we
made a good point. He said, I don't know the plan. There is no plan, right? No, there's a plan. We just don't know about it. You know what I'm saying? And it's been I want to reference a song. All around the world, same song, same old shit every time, bro. That's all we do is the same thing. I was trying to look at the highlights a little bit, but what do you expect, man? We've been going through the same thing, bro. We've been going through the same thing every year with the offense. I don't know what to expect, man. Like I don't know what.
Do you think that he's prepping them for like later in the year, like when we do get in one of them games where it's like, yeah, even next week.
Bro, we're like addicts with this, bro. He treats us like we're addicts every time with this. We have a backup quarterback that's highly touted or something, and he puts him in for a little time, and we see the and our eyes get big every time, but then he takes him away from us, and then we're like, man, why don't y'all bring in McCarthy, man? Why don't you bring in the backup? Like this, we're not passing. Like we don't pass, so we don't really see McNamara. So now we're chastising him or not, you know what I'm saying, whether you are or you're not. But I mean, it's just every year with this, bro. We do the same thing, but I'm tired of them doing us like this.
So what do you think the plan is?
I want to say he's prepping them for us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I want to say he's prepping, but at the same time, I don't want to get my hopes up either.
Prepping for when though? Like when we get in like okay, we might take this L, give him a shot, or like just starting out like, all right, you didn't. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
If they see something in practice that we don't, and they're just like, and Harbaugh's just play the senior guy, but I wouldn't say that or play the upperclassman because Corum's getting a lot of reps. Edwards not getting a lot of reps, but
I would say you're putting them on tape for other teams to see.
Sorry if you don't know, brother, man. We don't. None of us know. He like,
hey, bro. Hey, what's that emoji?
You're putting them on tape for other teams to see, though, too. Like if you're gonna have them be this secret, then have them be a secret. But now other teams can get tape on them, and they'll know how to prep for them.
Well, he got to get the game reps though, so he can't really worry about that. But I'm just the timing of it all was super weird. And then they didn't let him throw till we were already like had the game in the bag. It was just weird, man.
Harbaugh's an unorthodox dude, man. I don't know. I can't get a fix on him.
All right.
Leads me to believe that he's running the offense. Just more evidence.
Yeah. I think that's the conclusion I came to. I think it was last week or the week before.
Yeah, he probably is, man, for sure, having at least a strong input on what's going on. He ain't just sitting back saying surprise
every play, right.
Yeah. So, all right, I think that's it, man. I mean, for offense, again, I really like where Roman Wilson is trending. Though I'm not saying that just because he's my breakout player pick, but he's fast, man. Like even the one he had that long catch, I think K got hit, so he couldn't really get it out there to drop it in the bucket. But he made a good adjustment on it. He came back and like fought for the ball, but he had Buddy cooked by like 3 yards though. So if it was an on-time pass, it was over with. He would have scored. So
I agree. I like it.
Because in the first half, me and B was talking. We was like, "Yo, when we were first struggling in the first couple possessions, it was really looking like we were missing Ronnie Bell in there. You know, that was like the first time it was like, damn, where Ronnie at?
We need a receiver.
So I still don't understand why Henning doesn't play receiver. I'm like, can he not catch? Because he's fast as hell. All they do is run reverses to him. I don't
Every time.
So
unorthodox but predictable. It's It's a crazy combination.
Oh, B was
That's the
getting
thing. That's
pissed.
the
When
thing,
they
man. It's
ran
gonna
that,
get predictable,
when they
especially for
ran that
Baylor.
reverse, B was pissed. He's like, "Is that our trick play?" That's our.
That's our.
I mean, because all right, I've been watching a lot of college football. Like, only team that's been like you've seen the reverse at least 3 or 4 times from us, right?
Yep,
I
that
don't
should be
see
chalk.
nobody else running the reverse like that. That's like one of our plays. You can almost expect it once a game.
If he's in there,
When we get into a big game and we need, you know what I'm saying, a reverse, they gonna be like, oh yeah,
Hitty's in.
Reverse
this
is
is when they
coming,
like to do it.
right? Because he ain't in on really too many other pass plays, so
Nope.
it's like they see him in, they like, "Oh, alert!"
Right.
But you don't know.
That seems elementary.
Don't show.
Again, Harbaugh's treating us like we just like everyday Joe fans, like we don't know the game. You know what I'm saying? Like that might work, but it don't work here. I need to know what you're doing, dog.
And your boy number 1 got in on receiver a little bit. I saw he didn't get no catches,
Drill.
but yeah, he
Yep.
he got a couple. Got a couple plays. He ain't get no catches.
I like his swag. I'll give him that though. Andrew got some swag. He got the number 1 pearled out there. I like it. I usually don't like it on a youngster just because you gotta earn it, but he at least repping it the way you supposed to rep it.
Respect.
For sure.
Shout out to Andrell, East Lansing, Michigan. There goes your shout out, Cage.
Anyways, defense, man. Obviously, defense balled like a dog. Man, I tell you what, a lot of players broke out. I feel like Ojabo had his coming out party.
Yes, sir.
We talked about him, I think, on the first episode that, the preseason hype on him was huge. But, we were always taking that stuff with a grain of salt. You got his numbers, King? What he was, Ojabo?
Yeah, 7 total tackles, 5 solo, 1 sack. 2.5 pass deflections. Am I reading that right? 1 forced fumble, 1 he scored a TD. No. Yeah.
I think he had two sacks at least.
He had a forced fumble.
That was a sack too. That was a sack fumble.
Yeah, he got 2 forced fumbles. Yep, he got because he had won the game before.
1 tackle for loss. Oh, there you go. Ahead, line up now. Yep. 1 forced fumble. Yep. Dax Hill showed up too after we had he made some plays I seen, didn't he? Dax Hill.
Yeah.
He got on the board for another INT, our second one of the season as a team.
So Dax got a pick. He is the reason that we gave up that TD at the end of the first half. He got
I seen that too.
He got cooked down the seam for like 30 or so, maybe longer. And then the next play, they doubled up and went right back at him, and my man caught it on him for 6. And I was just like, yeah. But you know what's crazy? I take a little, bro, he was great D both times. Obviously, he didn't knock the ball down, which is the perfect D, but he wasn't cooked by any stretch. I mean, you could see on the replay, he missed it by like ball going right over his hand each time, and he's on him. So, Buddy made some good catches, but to me, I'm thinking you're legit 5-star first-round talent. So,
yeah,
I just
get that.
Yeah, we need that, bro, man.
I need them.
Hill Green had a good game too. It looked like.
Who?
Hill Green.
Oh yeah,
Hill Green. My boy
he
Colson
always shows up.
My boy Colson came in. I'm telling y'all now, Colson, which I don't want to say he's gonna be the next because I feel like he never did hit his ceiling. But Cam McGrone, when he was all the way in his bag, balling out, flying sideline to sideline, I see that future in Colson, dog. He's fast and he hits.
Yeah.
So, but now, B, who stood out to you, man? Obviously, we said Ojabo, but I mean, it doesn't have to be a Ojabo, Dax. I mean,
Dax, yeah. Of course Hutchinson, but and this is probably the most thing that most DBs hate is when you don't hear from them, they don't get their shine. But Vincent Gray, you ain't hearing from him. You ain't hearing no receivers catching no balls on his side. So it's like a catch-22 that you ain't hearing from him. So that means it's going good, but at the same time, he ain't getting no shine. But on this podcast, we'll get flowers and we see you because I ain't heard nothing from over there. Your boy was Green train boy, I'm gonna make sure to get this out every time. He was another play there, but not there. But again, I was really skeptical about this secondary the first couple games, but for the most part, you haven't been hearing too many things from him. Dax, like you said, had a couple let ups, but still not too worried about him in any stretch since he is a 5-star. But again, Vincent Gray stood out to me just because you're not hearing nothing from that side.
Yeah, no, that's true. Vince, I mean, I think Jamon, he played pretty good too, right? Green, he didn't really.
No, he played good. Another one like he was there, you know what I'm saying, but just didn't make the play. But it wasn't nothing catastrophic.
I agree with you. You don't want to come in here and be the topic of conversation. That means something really bad happened.
Right.
Unless you got a pick 6 or something. But King, you got something?
I just want to bring up the fact would it have been a different game if didn't the quarterback did he get hurt or no?
Oh yeah. Oh, matter of fact, that's a great. Hey, brother, man, it's a great transition, sir. Without even knowing it. So, speaking about our defense, man, like the scheme of it, right? It does look dope. Like on the broadcast, they were saying, like, Harbaugh got McDonald to come over and bring that Ravens D. How his mug's always up, standing around, moving on the line. It's not just like how we used to look. 4 guys down, 3 guys standing up, just looking like, yo, basic football. Like, when McDonald had them boys around the line, it's literally no linebackers are at the linebacker position. It's everybody just spread across the D line, standing up, moving, doing all this and that. And I was just like loving that the whole game. And the play, Keen, I say great transition. The play that you talked about is the one I pulled up. So it's a great example of it. Y'all don't mind? We're gonna go through it. Yeah, you brought that up, brother, man. So
take us there, coach.
Let's go there. Maybe not. Let's go there. Sorry, y'all. Hold on a second. I just had it pulled up now.
But I mean, overall, you know what I'm saying? Total defense. Let me see. Let me go to the stats. Passing 167, rushing yards 43. You know what I'm saying? Total yards 210. Time of possession, they only had it for 25 minutes. They only had 55 plays to our 74, and they had 3 turnovers. So, and our penalties are low too. We haven't had many. Like we used to get a lot of penalties.
Clean ball.
They wasn't doing nothing. Like their only TD at the end came off of
garbage time slot.
Yeah, that was slot buckets.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like we controlled the game for the most. I mean, we never trailed. So, and that's a test to the defense because we could have been down with those 3 and outs that we had. You know what I'm saying? So,
all right, we good now?
Yes, sir.
Oh,
all right. So let me go back here. All right. So first off, this play, which they kind of caught it right at the snap, but y'all see this safety kind of looked like he's heading towards the back.
Yeah,
he was up there looking like he was almost about to blitz. Now look at everybody else. Look at the D line, dog. That's our new D. We ain't predictable like that no more.
Right.
So Ojabo, he's D end up top.
That's 6 down there.
Obviously, he's a rusher most of the time. He drops into coverage with this, I guess, tight end / H-back over there.
Yeah.
And then the safety, you see Dak. Dax is right there in the slot, about to do that slot blitz. So at the snap, that other safety's rotating back. The safety way back. He's coming down to replace. He's coming down to replace Dax, who's flying off the edge. We got 2 Ross is blitzing, and then the other linebacker is dropping into coverage, or, AKA, I'm guessing, manning on the back if he releases. God, this is just a dope call, bro. Slot blitz. Everybody falls in the line, and it's not predictable. Don Brown had some dope-ass blitzes, dog, but they were always predictable. You know what he always said? You got a problem, survive it with aggression, survive it with violence. And it's like, bruh, I get it, but you ain't got the dogs over there on the edge to be doing that. And they know it's coming. So go ahead.
And sometimes you can outthink aggression. You got a good quarterback.
You're not going to hit me.
Right. The ball's going to be gone. You ain't going to get here.
So, yeah. But this is the play you talked about, King. So I did obviously throw some shots at Dax for giving us that first TD up. But he did ball out, man. He is a hell of an athlete. I mean, watch how fast this blitz off the slot corner is. Oh, that's nice, bro.
Ooh.
That's
Textbook,
nice.
clean
Put him
hit,
out. He
all
put him out.
shoulder,
It was
But
all
I want y'all to.
shoulder.
But watch everybody else.
I'm
Watch
looking
the
at I'm looking at secondary.
watch the safety roll down over there. The other safety kicks back. He got the deep thirds. Ojabo's falling out. Like it's a whole blitz from one side. That's what you do. You blitz to one side, man up the others.
But then they switched it up.
He had nothing, dog. He had
That's
nothing.
not a
bro.
quick read. You can't make the read that quick. He's not an NFL quarterback.
Timing.
Yeah.
Time is all
Yeah.
about timing.
Look at him.
Oh,
Ah.
Ooh,
oh,
those
my
things
ribs
is
is
crack,
right here.
coach. I
My
feel it. They
liver.
crack.
Pissing blood tonight.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah, no, he's a hell of an athlete, man. I mean, if you watch the hit, let me see. I think they're gonna show the rest of it here. Look. Oh,
Bang. It was all him too.
He was like,
All shoulder.
so
right.
I like how he's using him more to blitz. Like, yo, we need to keep him blitzing, dog. He's active on that blitz, and he closes in there really fast. So, and he smacked their best tight end and knocked his ribs out too. He put both of them out. Yeah.
Use your
We're
players,
lifting
man.
out here. We're in the weight room out here.
Use your
So,
players.
I mean, I'm after that game, I got a little more excited about the defense, man. I think we may be able to hold up because he's putting players in the position to make plays. So I don't know. B, you was right there with me. Am I getting too geeked, or I know we haven't faced a juggernaut on offense yet, though.
I mean, man, it's again cautiously optimistic. If our defense isn't playing 40 snaps a game and our offense is moving the ball like they are and sustaining drives, and we're not tired from being out there all the time, it's going to be a good to great defense. Like you said, it looks like now they're starting to get the concept of the defense. They're playing faster. You know what I'm saying? They're thinking out there on the field. I'll go back to last game. When the tailback he came, he got under center, and then everybody dropped down to the middle, and that's when Ojabu made him fumble the first time when he got the fumble last week. But they're thinking, and now they can just play instinctively. So I am excited about the D train. But again, it to me is whether our offense can sustain and maintain drives to where the defense isn't out there all the time. That's just what that has happened in the past.
Yeah. And I saw a little nugget. I don't know where I read it at, but it said Ojabo, who's that DN, he got that speed rush is nice, and he got some counter moves. I'm starting to think he got a future, man. And anyway, the little nugget I saw was he ran a 10.900 high school.
Oh,
Man.
So for a
coach,
guy
I ain't hitting him. That big boy running.
a guy that big, moving that fast, I see why his speed rush is so lethal. You know,
Gonna be damaged.
but obviously Hutchinson did his thing. He creates, even when he's not getting sacks, dog. He just messes plays up. He's got some other guys some sacks. Like
Right.
them dudes start trying to run out the pocket and they run right into somebody else rushing. You know what I mean?
He's
So,
an impact player. I mean, he's not the one necessarily getting the sack, but he still got an impact on the play.
Yeah.
I like that motor.
yeah, no, for real.
So we need.
Bro, I'm still waiting on Henning to break a punt return, dog. He's getting close each game. I really like him, dog.
Again, I ain't gonna say nothing bad this one.
What? Speak your mind. Speak your piece.
Did he mess something up?
Speak your truth.
No, not him. I'm just saying.
Oh, okay.
I want to hear it now. You can't do
We
that.
got a better shot to return one back there now.
Oh, then oh boy. Then your boy.
Then Rampage,
man.
Hellraiser Jackson.
Oh, bro.
Hellraiser.
What was that? The end of the game when they gave up that last TD? Remember B? And then out of nowhere, after the whole play is over, here comes his ass flying in the screen. Bro, you a day late and $1 short.
Hey, the whole play is over. Been over for 10 seconds, and now you just in the screen.
Man, crazy. So, all right. I mean, yeah, good performance. I like how we finally put them away. I felt like we had chances to put them away sooner, but they didn't have much confidence in their offense, so we went conservative with it. But let's move on, man. Hey, let's take that 5-0 and focus on the next opponent, man, who is Nebraska, who
The Cornhuskers.
We're a 3-point favorite too.
we're 3 point. So that's the first sign right there. That's something sketchy going on because
Oh yeah.
Something sketchy.
Nebraska.
We're at Nebraska too, so
At what time is the game?
7:30.
7:30 night game. It's an ABC game. My one of my coaches was complaining like that's the ABC game. I was like, dang, bro, chill.
Yo, couch. Yeah, it's the ABC game. We number
Michigan,
9,
bro.
bro.
It is
We number
Michigan.
9
It
in the
ain't because it's
country.
Nebraska. It's because it's Michigan. And this one of them old rivals, you know what I'm saying, from back, you know what I mean? But
Is that what it is? B, we 9.
Yeah, we ranked number 9.
yep.
Hey, man. So let's not trick this off the second we move into the top
Please don't.
top
We
10.
don't we tend to do that? I mean, my energy's up. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna win, but then as soon as we break that top 10,
I'm feeling a little different about this time though.
Right?
yeah,
We look different.
yeah. And especially breaking down the play like this. If we playing like that with that type of swag on defense, like you would think that whole left side was coming, but to your dismay, no, it's coming from the other side. And now your quarterback out.
Yeah. So I actually think Nebraska's better than a lot of people.
I do.
I don't say that. I put my money on that last week. Took Nebraska with the point spread. It was 14 points, and I saw Northwestern play before. I'm like, that's the easy money right there. And they, what was the score? 50 something to
56-7.
56-7, dog. So they are improving. I heard through the grapevine from a Sparty brethren because they played them, and I think that they got a lot of players back. A lot of their players were out.
Not coach.
Okay.
I think that week that they played Sparty at Sparty,
Their top receiver.
Overtime.
a lot of their players came back for that game, and they should have beat State. Let's call it what it was. State had a punt return late to tie them up. If they didn't get that, do they go down and score? Who knows? But that went to overtime and they lost at State at a night game at that.
Yeah.
So
It's a good game.
And I'm not saying Sparty's Alabama, so don't get my words twisted. But it's there. It's a night game. They're playing a whole lot better, and they got a high-powered offense. That was Bowie's real first breakout player of the year, if you remember, Keen. Martinez from Nebraska.
I said that in the chat though, not officially on the record.
Oh, my bad. I shouldn't have brought that to the record. So,
hey man, I'm
like,
looking at his stats right now, bro.
He's always been that player that's supposed to like really take off this year, and then he always kind of like
never did.
up and down, up and down. He's hot and cold, So
Yep.
hopefully we catch the cold one. But Keen, talk to me, man. Nebraska, give me your outlook on this game, man, and followed up with a prediction. So
Trappy. It smells of a trap because they got beat by the Sooners, Oklahoma Sooners. It was 16-23. They got beat by
close too.
Huh?
We played them close too then.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. The other loss was to Illinois. It was 22-30. You know what I'm saying? I'm not looking at any stats or anything, but just looking at that, they haven't been bumped. They haven't lost games by much. They had, you know what I mean? So they're playing good football, it seems. Just looking on the outside, looking in and whatever. But I just don't want us to go in here like we're tough shit and like we don't got to take care of business because we're away and it's night. You're like, we got to go in here and handle business. I think we are. You know what I'm saying? Just how we play. Like Bowie said, we can pass. McNamara can pass it, and like the point you made a couple podcasts ago about maybe that's our in the bag, our passing game. You know what I'm saying, for later down the road. I said, and at the time I said, I hope that's not it, but I mean, if you like, and then we made the point, if you can't plan for something that you haven't seen. You know what I'm saying? So just go and handle business. If it comes to the passing game, I feel like we can win this game, bro. Like Michigan, bro. Like, I mean, the way we're playing with the passing game now, just seeing it last game, the numbers, we can do it. So we know how to run, and I mean, it didn't look good, but Wisconsin's defense is good too. So,
Yeah.
but that's just not like I said, trap game. Let's it just every time we get ranked in the top 10, bro. But I'm not putting that energy out there right now. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna stay up. We're gonna stay up. But that's how I feel about that, man.
What you got
that prediction in?
On the score,
No,
I say
yards.
chill, man. I say it's gonna be a close game. I'm gonna say 28-24.
Bro, that's what I was about to say. But go ahead. I'll adjust. I like your selection, sir.
Appreciate it.
All right. I mean, looking at their stats, dog, it's the Adrian Martinez show. He leads the team in passing, of course, because he's quarterback, but he also leads the team in rushing. Seems like to me it'd be a good idea to send Dax on some blitzes, man him up, take him out of the game, and then see what they got.
I like that.
Take it, yeah. Put our athlete on their athlete and see where we end up. So with that in mind, I think our defense has a big game, but we also got to take care of the rock, which we have been doing. We don't have no turnovers at this point.
Or sacks, bro. Or sacks. They said we're the only team in the country to not turn it over,
and give up no sacks. I think I've seen that too, because it's like it was like a long time stint in that no team has done that.
No picks, no sacks.
Yep. But their defense, it looks like they're good at. They got 8 turnovers to this point. That's fumbles and INTs mixed in there together. So we just got to keep taking care of the ball like we've been doing. But again, I think we take Martinez out the game, and I'll go slot buckets included. I'll go 35-10. Us, of course.
You're only giving them a 10 ball on offense. I like it. Hey, trust in the D, dog. My little clip got you geek gang.
Hey man, again, when you ain't hearing nothing from the DBs, that mean they locking up. Dak's coming down, hurting people, and if we just shut down Martinez, I mean, they ain't got nothing else. The next quarter, Martinez has attempted 150 passes. Logan Smothers, their second quarterback, has attempted 11. So.
And what'd you say his name was?
Logan Smothers.
I'm not worried about him.
Martinez goes down, tweaks ankle. You know, I never wish injury on nobody, but our defense flying around like they do, we get him out the game, and it's a wrap.
Yeah, dog. We real aggressive on D right now, and it seemed like
whoever leading rusher and they passer gone. That's it.
Let me ask real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
You're not drinking the Kool-Aid, are you?
Who is that? Me?
Yeah.
What Kool-Aid? The defensive Kool-Aid? I mean, but we always had in the past good defenses. That ain't never been the problem. The problem been the flip side, where old Harbs is at.
I'm with you on the D. I like the D.
No, I'm messing with you. No, we look good out there. We look good.
35 points. That 35 points has got a defensive score in there too, and a Henning punt return.
I like where you're going with that.
I might take a sip.
Yeah. To me, this is going to be like the opposite end of what last week was. Like, you know how Wisconsin's D was so good, like the dominating force on their team, and our offense has something to prove. I feel like this is going to be the week where it's flipped. Like, all right, defense, this the first week y'all supposedly facing a higher powered offense with a dual threat quarterback. You know what I mean? Like they can score. I mean, they dropped 56, albeit to whoever that was, Northwestern, but still 56 is 56. And Martinez's numbers
scoring points.
Crazy. They got the spread, throw it around the field type vibe. So yeah. So that's what I'm waiting to see how they're gonna respond to that. But I guess prediction wise, I'm hoping that really my hope is that we just come out and we're too physical for them. Like for real, like it's a we punch them in the mouth type vibe. Like, oh man, like they just too big, too strong. You know what I mean? Too fast. So I'm gonna go with
team.
I'm gonna go with 31-21. Got me down, King?
Yep.
31-21.
Locked in.
So, all right. Real quick before we roll up out of here, Keen, Instagram, what we got going?
The Michigan Mancave podcast on IG. Now we got some high-tech features on the podcast. Throw that on there. Come check us out. Leave your comments, like, subscribe, all that. Follow on IG, of course, but subscribe on YouTube.
Yes,
on IG at the Michigan Mancave podcast.
Boy, what them birds in the sky doing?
What up? We on Twitter, live and direct all day, the Michigan Mancave podcast. We got about 363 tweets to date. You know what I'm saying? That's in a 1 year span. It's getting live out here. But yeah, we got a little bit of everything. Recruiting, us going into the top 10. I even got this little chicken head, the Wisconsin girl that was flipping the bird. Hope she get a letter from the dean. But anyway, like and subscribe. You know what I'm saying? Follow us on Twitter. Again, I want to start putting fan input in on these podcasts, man. I want to hear what y'all saying. You agree, you disagree. Let us know what we could do better, what you want to hear about. Because without y'all, you know what I'm saying, we don't go nowhere. And we know when we want to connect Michigan fans through this. Because don't get it twisted, it's go blue around here, baby.
Let's get it. All right, if we ain't got nothing else for the greater good. Kale.
Them unis was fire.
Drop that.
Oh, the unis.
Yes, sir. Those blues.
The white.
But the only thing that I wasn't feeling was Ross had a new neck roll on. He did not have it covered. You couldn't have told me he wasn't playing for Penn State 88.
Can't get it right. Can't get it right. Don't come out there with that thing out, bro. Hey,
Mike Singletary.
I'ma just tuck mine in. Already. Tuck it in, baby.
Yeah. That's it, y'all.